Hello all, welcome back to Quest 0. Continuing our sessions on projection of planes, today we'll look into one more problem which is a pentagonal in nature, but the resting condition is different. The problem statement is as follows. A pentagonal lamina of edges 25 mm is resting on HP with one of its corners such that the edge opposite to this corner is 20 millimeters above HP and makes an angle of 45 degrees with VP. Draw the top and front views of the plane lamina in this position. Determine the inclination of lamina with HP. So, first we will draw as usual, an XY line. With a HP pencil, normal pressure. Okay. Name it with a 2B pencil. So this is X, Y, VP, HP. This is in first angle of projections. Hence, the VP will be above the XY line and HP will be below the XY line. Next, we need to construct the pentagon. So now in this case, the pentagon is a corner resting. So compared to the previous session, we'll try to take the corner onto the right side. So this resting corner will be taken on the right side. The edge opposite to this resting corner will be made perpendicular to the XY line. Okay. So this is how we'll draw the first position, top view. It is resting on HP. So we'll start with the top view or the HP space. Okay. So in order to do that, make sure that you keep it perpendicular to the XY line. So the edge which is perpendicular to XY line will be written right side, also left side, and the corner will be taken onto the right side. Again, I'll start 20 mm below the XY line. It is of 25 mm. Draw a line of 25 mm. So once you have finished with that, with a 2H pencil, on the top corner of the edge that you have drawn, measure 72 degrees clockwise or anti-clockwise 108 degrees. Similarly, from the bottom corner of the edge that you have drawn, place your protractor measure 72 degrees anti-clockwise or 108 degrees clockwise. Okay. So once you mark this, join with a 2H pencil or close to the marking, draw an angular line. Once you have drawn this, with a compass, measure the distance . This is 25 mm. With the same measurement, from the bottom corner and the angle at the bottom corner, cut an arc to intersect the angular line. Similarly, from the top corner onto the angular line, draw an arc to intersect the angular line. From the angular line intersection with the arcs of both top and bottom corner. Draw one more arc towards the center. The intersection of the arcs will provide you the fifth point. Okay. Now the pentagon corners are ready. We just need to connect. With a 2B pencil. Okay. Pentagon is ready. We will dimension the pentagon. Okay. H pencil. Use a 2H pencil to dimension. Draw filled arrow marks. 3:1 ratio. This is 25. Naming, I will follow the same clockwise convention. This is A. This will be B. This is C. This is C, D, and this is E. Okay. Now, no matter it is edge resting or corner resting, if you consider the corner resting condition, when you view it from the front view, from this direction, it will be seen as a straight single line. Okay, the same projection we'll draw it in the front view. Use a 2H pencil, take the projections from all the points, and the projection gets on the XY line. Since it is completely resting on VP, the projection will end at the XY line. So all the projection lines will be drawn till XY line. Okay, fine. Join or darken the portion on the XY line between the extreme projections that has been drawn. Naming, as usual, this will be A dash. Since there is no other point to hide this, it will be written without brackets. B dash will be visible, but E dash will not be visible. So E dash will be written in brackets. C dash will be visible, D dash will be written in brackets. Okay, so this completes the first position. With respect to the second position, the condition is that the edge opposite to the corner on which the pentagon is resting is 20 millimeters above HP and makes an angle of 45 degrees. So there is no angle given for the plane lamina. The given condition is it is 20 millimeters above HP. In order to do that, sufficiently away from the first position, choose a point. From that particular point, draw or measure 20 mm above HP and mark the point, and on that marking draw a locus. The edge will lie on that particular locus. Somewhere on that locus it will be present. Okay. Very lightly draw a locus for a small distance. There is no particular value for the length that you want to draw, and don't forget to dimension it. Just say that it is 20 millimeters above HP. Next, the projected straight line in the first position, it will not change its length. It will remain the same length. So measure with your compass the projected length of the first position front view, and after measuring this, choose a point on the XY line, because A dash will always rest on HP, its projection will always be on the XY line. So the needle end of the compass will be on the XY line. Cut an arc such that it intersects the locus line that you had drawn. So this point on the XY line is always A dash. Now the intersection of the arc and the locus line is C dash D dash. Join the line from A dash to C dash D dash. Okay. Next, we need to determine the position of B dash and E dash. So from A dash of first position, measure the distance till B dash and E dash. From A dash, cut an arc to intersect the line that you have just drawn. So the intersection point will be B dash E dash. So the front view is now obtained. So what just happened is, you had the projection as a straight line in the front view. This projection from the HP plane, it rotated such that this edge, the edge opposite to the resting corner, was lifted by 20 mm from the HP position. The angle is not known, that we need to determine. Now in the top view, this inclination will make the pentagon to get shortened in all the edge lengths, okay, except the DC length, which is parallel to the HP. Okay, in order to obtain the top view, draw the projections from all the points that we have. So from C dash D dash, draw the projection line till DC, and I'll draw the projection line from DC as well. So from D I'll draw a projection line. The intersection of the projection line from D and the projection line from D dash will provide the position of D in the second position. Similarly, the projection line from C and the intersection with the C dash will give the position of C in the second position. Similarly, from B dash E dash, draw a projection line, and it should exceed, okay. Slight variation keeping the lines parallel and perpendicularity. Okay. Now similarly, I'll erase the excess lines that are there. From B draw a projection line to intersect with B dash. Similarly, draw a line to intersect with E. Okay. They're not exactly parallel. There is a small deviation. Let's try to correct the deviation as well. Again, obtain the projection lines from A dash as well. Till the projection line from A. Okay. Name these points. This is A, B, C, D, E. Connect the points from B to C, C to D, okay, extended it. From C to D, D to E, from E to A, from A to B. So this completes the top view of the second position. The last condition is the edge which is opposite to the resting corner, which is CD, is inclined at 45 degrees to VP. So we need to make this CD. Now it is like this. Need to make this edge by rotating it clockwise so that the corner is pointed towards the bottom. So we need to rotate it clockwise and we need to make it inclined at 45 degrees to the XY line. So this entire pentagon will be rotated clockwise and this edge CD will be made 45 degrees to VP. So in order to do that, select a random point on the XY line. A little closer will be better. Yes, from this point, measure 45 degrees. This is 45. Draw an angle line. And on this angular line, which is at 45 degrees, let me dimension it 45 degrees. Reconstruct the pentagon from the second position. Okay. In order to do that, measure CD on the 45 degree line, cut an arc. Your compass needle end will mark one point and the arc intersection with the 45 degree line will give the second point. So if this is C, the intersection is D. Okay. Next, from D, measure the distance till E, cut an arc. From C, measure till E, cut an arc. The intersection will give the next point, which is E. Now measure the distance from C to B. Cut an arc. From D to B, measure the distance. Cut an arc to intersect the earlier arc. I'll measure once again C to B. So the intersection point is B. Now from C to A, measure the distance. Cut an arc. From D to A, measure the distance. It should be the same. Cut one more arc. So the intersection of these two arcs will give us the position A. Excess arc I'll erase so that the drawing looks better. Join the points from B to C, C to D, D to E, E to A, A to B. So this completes the top view in the final position. In order to obtain the front view, we need to draw the projection lines. From C, I'll take the projection lines from the second position front view first. From B dash, E dash, and E dash will be on the XY line. So from C, let me draw a projection line till C dash. Similarly from B till B dash projection line. From D till D dash projection line. From A till A dash, which is on the XY line. From E till E dash. Let me erase off all the excess projection lines that are there. CD. Okay. Let me name the points before joining them. So this is B dash. This is C dash. D dash. This will be E dash. And this point will be A dash. Let me join all the points. From A dash to B dash. From B dash to C dash. From C dash to D dash. And from D dash to E dash. This completes the projectional views of the given pentagon, both in front and top view. If you observe, A dash is still in contact with XY line, meaning that even in the front view, A dash is resting on HP. The last thing that needs to be determined is the inclination of lamina with HP. So from the second position, determine the angle of the entire lamina with the HP line. So it is 31 degrees that is seen. This, name it as, or mark the angle 31. The entire lamina is inclined at 31 degrees to HP. Okay, so this completes the entire solution. So thank you for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe. Do comment if you have any doubts or any constructive comments that you want to add. Once again, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.